Hi everyone, it's Ashley, or What Is Up My Sleeve, for my week 17 post-op lap band to gastric sleeve update. So I had the lap band in 2012. I got down from 320 pounds down to 232 pounds. I had that removed in August of 2016. I got back up to 309 pounds. On day of surgery, which is December 21st, I was 301 pounds. And today, sorry, I had to write it down, I'm 247.6 pounds. That is a 0.8 pound loss from last week. Sorry, down here. Hold them up here. That is 62 pounds in total and 4 since surgery. So this week I have a few notes, and since this is 4 months since my surgery today, actually, and I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, I have a few things to talk about, and I took my measurements and that. So I failed at my doctor's appointment to do my vitamin labs, so there wasn't a ton to talk about, but she gave me some, she called a prescription for some powder for when I have rashes under my skin. I've had those for a long time. And this is the first time I've been given any sort of specific powder for that type of thing. So I don't have a rash right now, but I'm sure one will be here with the weather getting warmer. I'm sure it'll happen. So that was nice. If you want to know what it is, let me know and I'll show you next week what it is, because it's over there. Let me think. For my last appointment at my doctor's office, they have that I have lost 12 pounds. So I was there down the 16th of March. So about 5 weeks, 12 pounds. So okay, I have what should I do first? Okay, so I'll do my measurements. It's just gonna be a lot of numbers, and so from last month to this, I only take them every 2 months. So from 2 months ago, February, I've lost a total of 15 inches. I don't know what that was. That is broken down into not everything, but 2.5 from my bust, 1.5 from my waist, which I call right here. You know, you're welcome for that boob shot. And 3.5 inches from my hips area, kind of like where, I'm trying to think. It's a little bit lower than where I wear my pants. So, yeah. And in total, since December 9th, when I took my measurements pre-op, I've lost 44.75 inches. Most of that, so it's 6.5 from my bust, 7 from my waist, 8 from my hips, 4 from each thigh, and the other ones are my neck, my arms, calves. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a lot of inches. I really should have the measuring tape out and show you how many inches that is. It's crazy. So, other things I wanted to talk about. So I've been really getting into the Fitbit challenges that they have. They have the Work Week Hustle and the Weekend Warrior. I try and do both. The weekends, I don't, past 6 weekends, I haven't been able to go to Zumba because I've had other things to do on the Saturday mornings. So I don't get a ton of steps usually during the weekend because I'm not exercising, and unless we specifically go for a walk, it's more just running around or doing things in the house. So with the work week, I been getting really competitive, and like, I will not come in last. And so I have been staying around like third or fourth. Sometimes I'm up to second, but that's because somebody hasn't like synced their Fitbit in a while. Yesterday I was second at like the end of the night, and the woman that was number one was 20,000 steps ahead of me. So I wasn't gonna get there. Anyway, it's been really motivating. Tuesday I don't go to the gym, and that day I didn't get 10,000, I got 9,000. But every other day I've gotten above 10,000 steps, and I put a picture up on Instagram. I think it wasn't yesterday, so it was Wednesday. I got 16,000 steps. I've been going back to some of my old videos. I was more wanting to see what my weight was at that point, at like how many weeks out. I was about 11 pounds. Actually, I have no idea how much I weighed on my surgery day. I don't know if I've ever said that on a video because I don't know if I checked. I know my highest was 320, but that wasn't on my surgery date. I think I had lost 11 pounds. So basically I was 309. So I was about 8 pounds heavier getting the lap band. Sorry, that like blew my mind because I was thinking that I was like 10 pounds heavier. Anyway, like a lot, like almost 20 pounds heavier. Anyway, so I wanted to know where I was this time, 17 weeks out from the lap band. I can't remember what I was. I was higher than this, but what struck me most in my 17-week lap band video was that I mentioned eating cake and how this time I'm a lot different. I was talking to someone the other day who didn't know I had the surgery until I told her that day. Because we were having a play date with our kids. Our kids are born a couple weeks apart. And she was like, we're going to have bagels and this and that, what kind do you want? Does he want? And I said, I'm not going to have a bagel. He'll have a bagel. And I told her, and I was like, I'm eating low carb. And she's like, I can make you eggs and this. And when I got there, she kept offering me lots of different things. And I had brought my own coffee and I brought my own water, and I had just eaten breakfast, so I wasn't hungry at all. And so I was telling her, like, I had surgery, this and that, and I said, and I used the word, I can't eat this or that. And I said, no, I'm going to correct that. I can eat everything you just said and have offered me, and I'm choosing not to right now. And that was like literally a light bulb in my head that I'm not judging other people. You can do whatever you want. But in my head, sometimes I'm like, oh, they're eating that, they're eating this, they're eating that, but I can't eat that. I can't eat it. But in reality, I'm choosing not to eat it. And I'm happy with myself that I'm choosing not to eat those things. But I think I need to get out of thinking that I can't have certain things. I don't know if I've said this before, we're going away to Europe in July for 2 weeks, and I fully intend on eating things I would not normally eat at home. But I think that was kind of like, I'll do that then. I'm not doing it now. I can't do that. I don't know why I keep thinking that I can't eat things. I'm choosing not to. And other people choose to eat whatever they want. That's theirs. And this is how I'm choosing to do my my weight loss right now. And when I choose to change it, I probably won't tell you, but like it'll just have to be something in my own head that changes. So I hope that makes sense in the slightest. doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But last thing, exercise this week. It's been kind of off. But I have been walking a ton. But my usual gym instructor went on vacation, and I don't really like the person that they had on Wednesday. I can never make the Monday class. She doesn't actually do Mondays, but Monday they have Zumba, and I can't make that class. It's too early for me. But she does Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. And since she's gone, Wednesday I went, and it was going to be like a boot camp, this weird word that I had never heard of, starting with a T, if you know. And she was trying to get I walked in, I put my stuff down, she was trying to get the CD to work. And I was like, I just don't want to do this. I don't want to try something different. If I wanted to try something different, I'd try something different. And a couple weeks ago, we had somebody else, and she tried to do the Zumba, and she doesn't teach Zumba, so she didn't really know what she was doing. So she just helped us do some of the things that she usually does in her class, and it wasn't bad. It was nice to change things up. But this I knew was going to be nothing like I was wanting to do. So I actually ended up, she was taking a really long time. She couldn't figure out the sound system. So I was like, I'm going to take this as a sign that I don't need to be here right now. And I actually left. All I did was left and walked on the treadmill for 45 minutes. But, yeah. And then yesterday I went to Zumba, and the girl was actually really good. It really reminded me of Zumba when I used to go back 4 years ago when I had the lap band. The moves she was doing were really familiar to me. The moves that we're doing kind of now in the Zumba I go to, they're just different than I was used to, as I had to relearn, new things. No, neither better nor worse. I liked it. And if our instructor has to go away, I would rather this girl. I feel like I had another thing to talk about. It's out of my head. Yeah. That's gonna make me sad. But I'm willing it to come back into my head. I should have written it out. This is why I write crap down, because I can't remember anything. So, I did want to show you this. I'm part of a Facebook group. It's a really big group, so maybe a lot of you are part of it. But they had this cookbook, A Feast Fit for a Warrior. It has, it is the Gastric Bypass and Sleeve Recipes and Support on Facebook. If you are so inclined to look this up, that is the whole Facebook. These are the things it has. It's got shake slow cooker recipes, lunch ideas, vegetarian ideas, specifically even just bread one. So I cooked 3 meals from this week. I cooked Korean pork chops, which I actually didn't get to eat because I didn't make enough, and I needed to have some for my husband to take for lunch the next day. I made the fajitas, which I wasn't super impressed with. I kind of found them a little bland. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 recipes. Did I say 3? I also did enchilada soup, which was actually really good, which is in the crock pot. And then I was supposed to make it today, but because our day is so super crazy, and we are actually probably not going to have dinner. My family's probably not going to have dinner at home. I have to figure something out. I made it. It's in the crock pot. It's the Moroccan chicken. It smelled really good. So, we'll have that tomorrow night. Yeah. I think that's about it. Questions, concerns, leave them down below. You can follow me on Instagram, which is what is up my sleeve. Oh, so yeah, last thing. I totally didn't know about this weight loss surgery meetup in New York City. I feel like I was like the only person who didn't know, and then all of a sudden I found out and I'm like, God, I don't know what's going on. If you don't know, I live like an hour from the city, and I totally could have gone. We don't have anything to do this weekend, but I didn't know about it. So hopefully when they do one again, I will make it and maybe see some of you. I hope everyone has a great week. Bye.